Yes, hello, welcome back. So, Mogesi back again to our session of today, guys. Today's today, and tomorrow it will be another day.
Yeah, guys, is Ernest over here. So just keep tuned, watch this amazing and fantastic video until the end.
Exactly. It is early in the morning, and we are just making sure that we are just going to broadcast this kind of a video one on one, so that you can just get the little and valid information that is just ongoing and what is just taking place at this segment. Fantastic.
Well done.
Protect the village children of Nyabohansi, I pray. Nyabohansi YouTubers, Nyabohansi YouTubers. The world is watching you. Don't sell your soul for dollars. Don't sell your dignity for dollars. Don't sell your morals for dollars. Don't sell your body for dollars. Don't sell your soul for views. You got to chase those crazy vultures with their gifts and donation out of the village. You got to chase those crazy vultures with their bad intention out the village. It's not all that glitter is gold. Protect the widows. Protect the young village girls. Protect the young village boys. Protect the village children. They who worship vanity and no love for humanity shall feel the pain again and again. The who worship silver and gold and dollar shall surely lose their soul. Nyabohansi, I am praying for you. Wake up, Nyabohansi, wake up. Don't let dollar and gift fool you. Wake up, Nyabohansi, wake up. Don't let the matrix rule you. Wake up, Nyabohansi, wake up. Don't let dollar and gift fool you. Beware of the vultures and their gifts. Protect the widows. Protect the young village girls. Protect the young village boys. Protect the village children. Don't sell your soul for dollars and views. Protect the widows. Protect the young village girls. Protect the young village boys. Protect the village children from vultures coming into the village with gifts. Because they want something in return. Please protect the widows. Please the young village girls. Please the young village boys. Protect the village children of Nyabohansi, I pray. Protect the village children of Nyabohansi, I pray. Protect the village children of Nyabohansi, I pray.
Yes, guys, back again for short music, and much of the people they do complain into this kind of, not much of the people, they are just like 2 to 3 goons who never listen this kind of session. Once they have this kind of music, they know that hey, this time round no nudic photo is just going to be exported or imported to us, and it's not about time. and it has just time for gone, and you'll never get it back. Maybe just if you just get it, it is maybe from the stupid and the mad people who are just stayed into the village. But to the smartest people, you can't get it. So back again to our session of today, guys, and you know what is just really ongoing to this kind of village. And much of the people, they will be just talking of their own shenanigans and their own things, but the little things is just the reality is there, and we do see the reality, even although reality do take time to be revealed, but it's just there. Whatever we do broadcast, with us we do broadcast what is just the real fact. But whatever people they do broadcast, other people do broadcast is what they can just impress themselves that they can make it, but in the other side they can't make it. Guys, there is some of chaos that is just ongoing to this kind of village. People are just right now, people that are just independent, and independence is just the best one. Because the only thing is this, you know, once you are just lying to other side or to one of the side that let me take this kind of an opportunity of Ernesto, then we're gonna just use this kind of assertion so that I will be just maybe be benefit on one side. But into the little sense, one time things do went wrong, because once you see even how things is just moving, we have this kind of a boy called Jamong, we have this kind of a boy called Ngudu the Widow. You know, they have just separated each other, and you know how things is just waiting right now into Jamong. Jamong even right now for him to reaching 5,000 K views is just a bit problem.
Only 5,000 K. You are speaking of a 500,000.
What?
You are speaking about the
5K.
Yeah, it's a 5K.
It's a 5K. So for people, they are right now, people are just suffering, and the only thing is here. Once you are just outside here impressing of yourself, talking about I'm gonna just how do we call this kind of, is it glorifying or kuabudu?
Yeah, it's just
No, there is this kind of
to worship a person.
That I will just worship this kind of a person until the Father notice. Things do get worse, things do change, and times do change also, because you're gonna, let me tell you one thing. You see even how people, they are just outside here. People was just outside down there while getting 1,000 views, I don't know, 8K views, 10, even 12,000 views. But once he or she evacuate from that kind of situation, what is just going to do is just maybe getting 80 something views.
And that is even it's not to let's say about the part that was held over there. A lot of people went there, a lot of people, and no one didn't reach 5,000 plus K views.
Yeah.
It means that the time you are there, that is the time you will get the views. But when you went outside, that is the time you get
and the real thing is you can't get a lot of views and stay there.
Yeah, and that is the reality. Let's say about the massage person.
Clay Masuja.
Clay Masuja. When he went there, every day 5K plus. But when the moment that he evacuated from that place, going back to his place,
200,
400. So it means that if you are not inside there, nothing, you can't find any even.
You know the little things people, they never understand this one, and you know, independence is just the best thing, and the independence will just make some of the selection that this kind of there is some of the subscribers who will be just loving you because maybe you are just polite on 1, 2, 3 things, but it will reach also to a session where some of them, they will be just evacuating from you, but you can just manually also 1,000 that will be just trusting on you, that they can just watch your video until the end, and that one, it will be just the best, not the one that will be just you are just hiding some of the issue, but when it is to a session, it take you to a situation where now even getting even a 200 subscribers is just quite a problem. You are just like kubembeleza, begging
Begging of someone.
of views. So guys, it is just all about chaos that is just ongoing, and how dividing rule that is just taking place, that is just much of the people, they are not even they do take advantage that oh, this kind of so and so is just an enemy to, or he can just be an enemy to, is a person that was just calling me all. Let me see. Okay, so like you have like people like who have Ngudu the widow. Let's know he's just independent, and he's just going to make something that will be just tangible, something that can be just seen into the whatever he will. And the only things people, they never understand themselves. And the guys, back again to this kind of a session, the fight that was just into that kind of a session the other day that I released that kind of a video. It has just brought a chaos, and I was just told that we want you not to release those kind of a video, because releasing that kind of a video is just shaming them on how
Weak they are.
not weak they are, how they are just useless. My friend, having like I don't know how many subscribers, then you are just coming and making shenanigans and a telenovela into the village, and also telling people that
Like we can say Diamond fighting with their villagers.
Diamond
Platinum,
Platinums,
if you
fighting.
know them.
Those are the people that are just
Let
much.
me-
Even you can just take a look. The way even Diamond just cried. Diamond has something like a bling, the one that is just heavy, not the one this kind of I don't know for how much. It's like how much it just costs, like 200 shillings. It's just everywhere. Diamond is just putting over something that is just wherever he go, even. I think he's just respected into the village, and the only thing people they do fear this kind of the people is one. Once Mogesi or once you and Eso will be just speaking something that is just hurting them, they are just going to talk words. I'm just going to sue you. I'm just going to use a lot of my money that I have. I want to sue you. The only thing is which kind of money do they have. Also, they are just depending on donations. That's the only thing. Because how can you just have is it more 500,000 subscribers, but then people who are just watching you is just 7,000, sometimes 10, 18 there, when just going also far is just went to up to 20. And the only things that will be just filming is just showing people trees. I don't know if people, they never saw trees into their place that this is a tree. Can't you just show people even how do we call this kind of a tree? Is it Rantana Kamara or is it Rantana Kamara or what?
Cactus. Is it cactus?
Yeah, it can be also a cactus, but also you have to release
but the cactus we have already planted there.
Now you have to show them, and you have to tell them what that one can just benefiting to human lives. You see, but you are showing people that this is a banana, guys. This is cassava, guys. This is sugar cane, guys. This is what, and maybe sometimes I will be just fencing this kind of our land here, because they do take that kind of session while transpassing to our place, while going and uprooting our cassava. There is a video that was just recording, and they were just talking about there is a borehole there that this kind of seasonal river that you usually pass into our land.
Yeah.
So the water was just collected there. So they were just talking about we're gonna just use this kind of water, and they were just transpassing into our napier grass, also transpassing into our small cassava and the sweet potato. Also, until they transpass into our the one that has just matured, the cassava that has just matured. It is just into one of the video.
Yeah.
And I saw them uprooting them. And once you see them, uprooting. Once they will be just seeing, even if it was just for them, and when they see you, you went and uprooted to the cassava, you know what will be just happening?
Police.
Now,
Early in the morning.
I did report to the police, or they have to call you while I don't know, lecturing you into their channel, and that is a much of things that is just not allowed. That once you see this kind of session, no, it has to stop. So you talking of Mogesi that just going to be jail? You are so useless, and you will be just continue being useless. You are keep on scamming. The only thing that you are just best for is just only that. Even though, let me talk about this kind of issue. Do you know that every YouTuber into this kind of village is a scam? Do you know that?
Every YouTuber, yeah.
Everyone is a scammer. No one is just
Straight.
no one is just straight. That is all about. The only thing is that we have people who are just smart in terms of scamming. If he or she can just start on scamming you, my friend, the things that you'll be just thinking of, maybe he's just going to do something else. But the only thing is that things will be just grown worse. So you thinking of taking Mogesi nowhere? My friend, if there is no place for you trespassing, or if there is no any road for you to pass, why are you just talking of you're gonna just use amount of money that you have to show a person? That kind of the money is better, because once you just go into the court, you know God doesn't sleep, and there is road there. They will just come. Is there any government road? And not any government road that is just passing into this kind of a session. The only channel is not even a road. The only channel that was just allowed there, it is. I remember our grandfather, before he died, he shown that, there is a separation of land. Like where the Chief Matiko was just built. You see where he purchased from our uncle. So this that is where there is how do we call it, a boundary.
Boundary.
There is our uncle that are just stay
Out there?
Yeah, going that way. Yeah. But there is also some of the family that, like I don't know, four of them.
Yeah.
One's father is just my father, and the Ernesto's father, and the Robigal father, and another
Elder now is the eldest.
Yeah, we are just, is it transversing or transversing?
It's just a boundaries.
No, going down one. So our uncle before died, he told the people who are just going to overtook the upper place that there is you have to open the way that whoever will be just coming from down will be just using this kind of channel. So, and right now, this kind of a channel is now where people, they are just beating their chest that they have money they can use, while also stepping into other people's property while speaking their own nonsense things. Even they're just speaking nonsense things, even the one that buttocks cannot remove outside. So you can't think of something that is just perfect, or something that is just thinkable, or do something that is just perfect. The only thing is you are just kutisha kwanza. This kind of
just to, is it harassing?
Harassing? Is it harassing or what? I don't think. It's
I think to harass is just to like
Go
how you
vocation.
are working there, and how the conduct was harassing us.
I don't know this kind of how we're gonna just put it, because kutishia. You'll just come and make something that is just terrible, that I'm gonna just use my money and destroy. Because of my friend, why can't you just use that kind of money, your money as well? Why? Why must you just outside here making chaos into the village? And when they are just outside complaining, now you are just learning, opening mouth that you are just use. It has to stop. And just right, try it once more again, now things will be just worse for you. And now, this is the beginning. Guess there is an issue that is just ongoing. And this kind of issue, we're going to just brought it into this kind of a platform. And once you sell to me a land, Aneso,
Yeah.
or once I sell to you a land, and like I have left with a small piece of land, the only thing that I will be just thinking of your property. That is the only thing.
Yeah.
And very well, for me to sell your land, not that I have just decided. You have to make some of you have to come and switch talk me. There is this kind of a method that is just being used most into this kind of a village. They have to, people who are just purchasing land, they have now to look for a person that, if they know that, oh, this kind of a guy is just taking I don't know, leak. Yeah. Now they have to come and switch talk you, until when it reach to a session, you have to accept and sell a land. Once you sell me a land and I see things is just not moving well, and you know that, oh, this is my land. Now this kind of a session can just lead to something else. Yeah, sure. It can lead even a person to become like a mad. Even a person can grow mad. So you have to accept whatever is just ongoing and whatever is just taking place, and what is just ongoing. You have to accept it, because you are the people who are just causing this kind of situation.
And still, let me say this, still, if he did that, still, even if he approaches, what I'm sure is they will suffer.
They will suffer.
They will suffer.
And so the only thing that the people, they never understand into this kind of a village. Once people they have just sell their land, and much of the people who are just living to this kind of a village are living to the poorest background, and once we'll be just selling land until we end them, it will reach to a session where, my friend, that this was your land, and you eat all amount, and you eat all money. The only things that will be just acting there is just the machete, and also this is the time that you'll be just having much of the bandits into this kind of village. You see?
Yeah, sure.
So for the people who are just purchasing land howly, be smart. Whatever you are just participating, sometimes it will be just brought. It will be just brought some of problems to you. So think about it, and let's move forward.
Okay.
You have a point.
For me, I'm blank today.
Yeah.
From since we started the video, I think I have already spoken like 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
And you have like. We have 23, so you.
And we have. Let's go. Let's get a little bit to some of the subscribers. There is a. There is a. The only things people, they will never understand. For them to understand Mogesi, or for them to rule Mogesi, is a quite different thing, because also some of the time I'm gonna talk about Mogesi never listen, because. What I'm gonna just talk about this is because I'm smart. Once you are smart, you cannot listen for foolish information or foolish things. No. And there is some of this kind of subscriber. There is, I don't know how I wanna just call it, but people who are just passing through the comment section. There is some of foolish subscribers who are just talking about. So you are now, I don't know what of the Lord. Why do you want them to pass? I don't know what, do what. They can just pass through over your backbone. The only thing you can do is just come and bend here, and they will be just passing to you. Because, once a person has just said that this is my property.
It's his.
It's his. Yeah. All his, it is for him. You can't force issues. You can't force issues. And those kind of the issues that they are just being forced are the one that are just... there is a video that was just made here. They come and they made here that this kind of offense is just going to be decorated. Because they made it so that if there is any subscriber who will be just outside here, volunteer, and they make sure that, go and buy a lot of barbed wire and some of posts and go and make it. Why can't they, since they do a video, why
Have they not do anything about that place?
So people who are just still watching this, they have to be smart and they have to know what is just ongoing, and they have to say that, oh, if this one is just taking place, what of me? I'm being used. Once you're being used, you being used with those kind of the people. And the one a person that is just outside and he has or she has already know the things, and he started or she started exposing them, they'll be just hating them. And the only thing that people they do, those kind of family, they do hate people like Mogesi is they never have that kind of urge to transpass into our land in terms of buying or purchasing into our land. Because once they will be just purchasing our land, they will be just connecting to the other land, because the only place that is just separating them from getting to the other side of their land, to the other side of their land is just our land.
Yeah, sure.
And once they will be
I remember this. In any plot that they...
there is a video, the one that they were just stealing our cassava. They were just talking about, here we have our land and the other side you have land. So once, if this kind of people, they can just allow us also to buy here, we can just connect. We can just be able to connect and we can, I don't know what. My friend, do you know that what you are talking about is just stupid that even a small kid can never think of? Do you know that? You're thinking of something that is just, I don't know how can I just call it. I don't know how I can just call it. But you are just thinking of something that is just out of the mindset. And into this kind of session is no land that you will be just getting is either you take all of us to jail or you kill us. It's now where you're gonna just have this kind of land or something, so that you can just trespass to your land. So you thinking of building or trespassing or coming back, my friend thinks it's just now worse, because whoever you are just going to deal with it is somebody who is just smart. You see, guys, I'm just making this kind of information to let them know that they don't have that urge to trespass, and very soon I'll have to fence our land. I don't know where they will be just jumping, looking for cassava, showing them, oh guys, this is our cassava. No, this is what we call cassava. This is sugar cane. I don't know, these are trees. No. I don't know why we'll be just trespassing again to the other kind of the sham of the land, because once you act
abnormally,
not abnormally,
you'll be treated.
Once you act immature to some of the people, to some of human beings, they can act abnormal on you. Once you act immature, once you are not mature, for it will be just take much of the time to be too mature. So act mature and let things move straight forward. So always one love,
positive vibes.
And positive vibes. Keep it tuned, keep it locked, and this is the end.